I'm going for a walk here, and I'm looking back at the times that I've felt the most stuck and the most like junk, like sometimes I have it all figured out, and then I go into this what do I do? And in those times, what have always helped me is helping other people, right? A lot of people say get out of your own head and try to get into your body, but that's still all kind of self-centered, right? Get into your body, get into your feeling, get into your heart. A surefire way to get out of your head is just to get into somebody else. If you just put all of your attention on helping somebody and just loving somebody, it gets you unstuck really fast because you're not able to focus on what it was inside of you that was giving you your angst or your frustration or your confusion or whatever it was that was keeping you all muckled up. Especially if what you're not sure about is whether or not you can help people. Just get out there and help them however you can and face to face. And I don't mean start a business and turn it into a system right away. I mean, just love people. Love somebody unconditionally without question of what's coming back to you in return. Just love them because it produces confidence in your ability to love people. Just deeply listen, like donate your time to just helping somebody and deeply listening. It'll get you out of your head for sure. Because it's all the way out of your whole body and all the way out of your whole organism. And in fact, that's what this video is for me right now. If this helps you, I'm totally getting into your experience right now so that I can help you to take a next step in your life, to realize a little bit more of your infinite ability to give and to love people, like all of us have. But the thing is, I come into these troughs all the time too, and how I actually heal and how I actually have more of myself show up is by just showing up to help people. Helping people in ways that you don't even expect helps, right? Sometimes it's just making a video of what I'm thinking about. But the cool thing about the connectedness of the cosmos and people and humanity is that all of us have the same human experience, right? So whatever happens deep down in the back of your mind, deep down in the back, like close to your heart, where your mind like starts to connect to your heart and your nervous system and all that stuff, those activities are common human experiences for everybody. And ignoring them in yourself is ignoring them in other people. Because as you give little tips and tricks on how to release more of your love through whatever unique vehicle you're in, whatever unique life situation you're in, whatever kind of person or situation you have, when you give those little tips and tricks, it helps like lots of people. Because what we all forget is that our thoughts and our egos are like this very separated, different thing from person to person. But our souls and our hearts are also the same. That if you're wondering whether or not you have what it takes to help people, well then you're probably on the wrong level of your intelligence, right? If you're on your intellect and like thinking and planning and egoing and all this stuff, and if you're feeling any bit of worry or stress about it, you're probably just thinking about how to do it. But if you were to just do it and amplify that little whisper with courage and pump it up with love so that you could bring it to the world in a way that is authentically you, right? And eventually it can turn into a business, but start out just helping people. When you do that, you empower that little voice in other people, and you wake up the humanity of humanity and help us forget about the insanity of humanity. And that really is what we all aim to do. Because that's the only thing that can really save humanity in general from the situation we're in, which is like mass level of insanity and war and conflict and all sorts of pain and suffering like that. But when you get outside of who you even think you are, right? Outside of your fears of saying it right or doing it right, or your fear of having it planned out too. I mean, as my journey has gone along, I've tried to start planning out topics that I'm going to talk about, and then when I start my phone, it's like, ugh, this is crap. It's total junk. Because then that's me like up here thinking about it instead of just being it, right? Because that little voice in the back of your soul, like deep in your soul, in the back of your heart, back of your mind, wherever it is, you know what it feels like. It can't like tell you to do it. It can only speak to you in feelings. And so then when you like unplug your mind and you just get into a beautiful state where you don't really care about what comes through, like when you're giving advice, you're just saying what you feel, or like when you are walking in the park and saying what you feel. It helps people. And that empowers other people to help people, who then help people. And by help people, I don't mean patch a hole in their experience so that they can go ahead and fall into that same hole again. I mean, like, you awaken a part of them that can sustainably solve problems over and over and over again. Because it's the humanity of humanity overcoming the insanity of humanity. And it's really how we change the world together, my friend. So, go out and help somebody today. Help somebody from your soul, not from material or not from thought. Help somebody, like, with whatever you have to give, help them from your soul. And see how much it transforms your situation, your experience of reality, but also how much it empowers your confidence in your ability to do that. So that you can make that a much bigger part of your day-to-day experience as being a more generous, kind, loving human being with a lot to give the world. Try that, my friend.